somewhat.
Mr. Manley, we appreciate that the Realtors Association, the builders, explained to the committee how they had the ability to draft the last legislation. Were you afforded the same opportunity?
You know, I don't know that I can answer the question. I began as the Environmental Policy Director at WMC in 2005, and the last major wetland bill that passed was in 2001, where we gave DNR jurisdiction over isolated wetlands. So I don't, I apologize, but I don't know what our organization's involvement was or wasn't at that
What
time.
is your involvement in this bill?
Well, we've like other groups, we've provided input. We met with the authors on a couple of occasions, and it's an issue that's very important to our members. As I said, they don't encounter wetland permitting on a day-to-day basis like they do air permitting or water permitting. But as I said, when they do, it's typically because they're moving forward with a project that's very important to them, and so that makes this regulation important to us.
Okay, and then you've asked the committee to make further changes to the bill, and I'll just focus on the DNR rulemaking authority that you want taken out in the practical alternative analysis.
Mm-hmm.
It's my understanding that was put in to provide the DNR more flexibility to work with the applicant. It would seem that if we take that out and just focus on the statutory model, that you'll continue to have to come back to the legislature if and when there's a applicant who may or may not meet the statute, the rigor of the statute. Can you comment on why it would be a good idea to take that flexibility out?
Sure, and to be clear, what we're not asking for is to eliminate all rulemaking authority that the department has. There's very broad grants of rulemaking authority in this bill, and in many instances throughout the bill, and we recognize that a regulation that's this complex requires rulemaking authority. What we're specifically asking the legislature to take out of the bill is that rulemaking authority that is related to the practicable alternatives analysis. And the reason we're asking that, Representative Molepske, is that we think that the proposed statutory language in the bill is sufficiently clear. It doesn't need to be refined by rule.